Good morning everybody, I am Sridhar Reddy. Today my topic is Van der Waals equation. Very important 4 marks question for the IP examination. What is the Van der Waals equation? What is the derivation we are having? If you observe the ideal gas equation, the ideal gas equation is PV is equal to nRT. In the derivation of the PV is equal to nRT, which is called as the ideal gas equation, we are not considered any attractive forces and the repulsive forces among the gas molecule. Already we are very familiar, gas will have the large number of the tiny particles. Each particle is called as the molecule, and these molecule moves randomly in all direction. They collide with each other and they collide with the walls of the container. Whenever they collide with the walls of the container, pressure is produced. So in the derivation of the ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT, we are not considered any attractive forces and the repulsive forces. But Van der Waals considered the attractive forces and the repulsive forces among the gas molecule, and he derived the ideal gas equation. That equation is called as the Van der Waals equation. Simply we can say Van der Waals considered the attractive forces and repulsive forces among the gas molecules, and he derived the ideal gas equation. That equation is called as the Van der Waals equation. Now, whenever we consider the repulsive forces, what happened? Look at here. I am taking a vessel whose volume is the V. V is nothing but volume of the container, volume of the vessel. So I am taking a gas in a vessel whose volume is V. It consisting of the large number of the particles, small molecules, small particles, which are called as the molecules. Now, whenever I am taking the A molecule and the B molecule, whenever A molecule, no attraction and no repulsion, immediately A moves the entire volume. That's why volume moves by the A particle is the V. So it is the vessel volume of the vessel. But whenever you consider the repulsive forces, immediately what happens? A comes to the another molecule like this, some extent, closer to some extent, then repulsion takes place, again it moves away. Nothing but this molecule, this A particle does not move the entire volume. If no attractive forces, no repulsive forces, immediately what happens? This A molecule freely moves the entire volume of the vessel. That's why the volume of the, nothing but A particle moves the volume will be equal to V. But whenever it is having the repulsive forces, A come closer to the B, immediately repulsion. It moves like this molecule immediately repulsion. Nothing but this A particle does not move the entire volume. So the volume available for the movement of the A particle is less than the volume because of the repulsive forces. They comes closer to some extent, repulsion. Some extent to it moves some extent, repulsion. Ultimately, this particle or gas particle does not move the entire volume V. That's why volume must be corrected. Nothing but whenever you consider the repulsive forces, immediately correction in the volume must be takes place. The volume occupies or volume available for the free movement is not equal to the volume of the vessel. It is less than the volume of the vessel. That's why V is corrected. In place of the V, we must and should write the V minus NB. This is the correction in the volume, which is called as the correction in the volume. When we have to correct the volume, whenever you consider the repulsive forces, this particle does not move the entire volume of the vessel. That's why A particle is moving less than the volume V. That's why volume must be corrected. In place of the V, we have to write V minus NB. V minus NB. Then, whenever you consider the attractive forces, what happened? Let us take here. Same I am taking the gas molecule, A molecule and the B molecule. Now I am considering the attractive forces. Whenever we considering the attractive forces, look at here. A particle moves towards the walls and they collides with the walls and pressure is produced. How the pressure is produced? The gas molecule randomly moves in all direction, collides with each other and collides with the walls of the container. Whenever they collides with the walls of the container, pressure is produced. So here also A molecule is moving towards the walls. Immediately this B molecule drags the A molecule towards the B side because attraction is there. B molecule attracts the A molecule towards the B. Ultimately, the velocity of the A molecule towards the wall will be decreases. Towards the vessel will be decreases. Why? This A molecule is moving with the velocity like this. Immediately B molecule drags the A molecule towards the B. Ultimately, the velocity of the A molecule towards the vessel will be decreases. Ultimately, the A molecule collides with the walls of the container with less impact. Whenever they collides with the walls of the container with the less impact, less velocity, pressure will be decreases. So speedily collides, pressure will be produced high. But whenever A molecule is moving speedily, immediately B molecule is dragging the A molecule towards the B side. Ultimately, the velocity towards the vessel will be decreases. Ultimately, pressure will be decreases. The decrease in the pressure is called the reducing pressure. This reducing pressure is directly proportional to the square of the molar concentration. Immediately, reducing pressure equal to, I am removing this proportionality by keeping one constant, A into N square divided by V square. This is called the, let us say, equation. This will be the 1 and this is the 2. It is called the reducing pressure. Now, correction in the pressure. So, whenever you consider the attractive forces, what you have to do? You have to correct the pressure. Whenever you consider the repulsive forces, you have to correct the volume. Volume is corrected to V minus NB. Reducing pressure will be equal to AN square by V square. Ultimately, correction in the pressure equal to pressure plus reducing pressure. Reducing pressure is given as AN square by V square, which is called the correction in the pressure. Ultimately, this P value and the V value is substituted in the PV is equal to nRT. Then you will get the equation. That equation is called the ideal gas equation. So, in place of the P, I am keeping it as P plus AN square by V square into, in place of V, we have to write V minus NB will be equal to nRT. And this equation is called the Van der Waal equation, where A and B are the constant. A and B are the constant, which are called the Van der Waal constants or Van der Waal quotients you are having. And P correction must be P in place of P plus AN square by V square. V in the V place V minus NB equal to nRT. This is called the ideal gas equation by considering the attractive forces and the repulsive forces. Once again, we will take how the Van der Waal equation. Van der Waal consider the repulsive and the attractive forces. Whenever he considers the repulsive forces, the gas molecule does not move the entire volume. The availability volume for the A molecule is less than V because repulsive forces are there. That's why due to the repulsive forces, it does not move the entire volume of the vessel. That's why V must be corrected. V is equal to V minus NB. Whenever you consider the attractive forces, the gas molecule, A molecule 2 moves towards the walls and pressure is produced. Whenever it is moving towards the walls, immediately B drags the A towards the B. Ultimately, the velocity of the A towards the vessel decreases, impact decreases, pressure decreases. The decrease in the pressure is called as the reducing pressure. This reducing pressure is directly proportional to the square of the molar concentration, and removing this proportionality by keeping one constant. So, reducing pressure is equal to AN square by V square. Reducing pressure is this much. That's why correction in the pressure equal to P plus reducing pressure. So, P plus AN square by V square. In place of P, you keep the P plus AN square by V square. In place of the V, you substitute the V minus NB. PV is equal to N0. It becomes as this much, and where it is, this equation is called the Van der Waal equation, where A and B are called the constant, which are called the Van der Waal constants. I am taking the 2 marks question, very important 2 marks question. Boltzmann constant, which is represented with the K. Boltzmann constant is the ratio between the universal gas constant to the Avogadro number. Universal gas constant to the Avogadro number is called as the K. K is called as the Boltzmann constant, which is a very important 2 marks question in the IP examination. Here I will take the values. R value 8.314 joules per Kelvin per mole divided by number. So, Avogadro number equal to 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecule. This entire value will be equal to the 1.38. This 10 to the power of 23 comes as 10 to the power of minus 23 joules per Kelvin per mole. The Boltzmann constant value in the joules, if you observe, 1.38 into 10 to the power of minus 23. If you take this R value in the X, the value becomes as 8.314 into 10 to the power of 7 X per Kelvin per mole divided by Avogadro number 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. This entire value again it is equal to 1.38 into 10 to the power of plus 7, 10 to the power of minus 23, ultimately 10 to the power of minus 16 X per Kelvin per mole, and these two values are important for your MCET examination as well as the IP examination. Simply you can say Boltzmann constant. What is the Boltzmann constant? It is the ratio between the universal gas constant to the Avogadro number. Universal gas constant will have the joules, the value is the 8.314, in the X 8.314 into 10 to the power of 7 X per Kelvin per mole. Avogadro number equal to 6.023 10 to the power of 23. The value in the joules of the K value the joules 1.38 into 10 to the power of minus 23. Here 10 to the power of 7 and 10 to the power of minus 23. Ultimately you will get the 10 to the power of minus 16. Thank you.